YouTube, hello. Hello, welcome back. I wonder, what was the last stream that we did? I think it was the AI Somnia. I don't remember. Anyways, this has probably grown a lot since the last time I streamed, slash had a YouTube VOD, but hey, we are here past Thanksgiving. We are one day out from Metroid Prime 4, which is why I'm not going to start a new game. Instead, we are ripping some packs. On that note, let me look up Avatar Airbender Lo-Fi. This is 11 chapters. Okay. This shouldn't be coming through. Alright, we're good. Alrighty. We got 2 boxes. I haven't looked at too many spoilers for this set. I've seen stuff that's just come across my feed, but have not seen too much. I did finally sort through all my Final Fantasy cards. I actually have some stuff set aside to actually make 2 decks, I think. I kind of decided on. I'm doing one of the 2 Clouds EDH decks, I should say, or Commander. That is like all equipment based and just kind of want to do equipment, beat stick stuff. Oh, wait, let me go grab a trash can. That might help. I have no idea if I'm going to get through everything tonight. But I didn't get any, like, there's no dual decks or anything. If anyone wants to... Gonna focus or not? Alright. Got all of that. Are all of them just... Okay, all of them are just Aang. I didn't get any of the, specialty boosters. Right. Let's not waste any time. Let's not dawdle. Let's get into it. Because the first couple of packs are going to take forever. Because I'm going to, like, read every card. No, wrong side. So... autofocus. There we go. Got the Foggy Swamp Hunters. As long as you draw 2 more of this turn, this creature has lifelink. Okay, so it's like a draw engine thing. Watery Grasp. Untap. I don't know what all the bending things... The original gacha game. Kinda. Well... I'm assuming gacha in Japan existed... Well, let's look this up. Invention of... Not typing. Invention of gacha game. Saying early 90s, and I'm pretty sure Magic the Gathering is 80s. So, you know what, now I can think you're right. Magic the Gathering release date. No, 93. Okay. Model. Creations. Late 20th century. So before that was the gachapon machines. Okay, gachapons were in the 60s, so in terms of games, maybe. But I don't know the mechanic for the water bending mechanic, or the bending mechanics. Or shuffles it into their library. Zhong Zhong's Deserters. Put a 1+1 on target creature. All top sentries. Oh, it's when the drills attacking bossing say Death Touch and Reach. Okay. Water Tribe Captain. As you control, get +1/+1. Tending Pox Bears. Let's create a 1/1 white ally. Oh, it's dual color. Okay. Platypus Bear! There's mill 2 cards, and it's Defender. I haven't found... I don't know what a lesson card is yet. So we'll figure that out at some point. That hurts. First pack! First pack, we get Leaves on the Vine reference. Saga enters, and after you draw a step, add a lore counter. Mill 3 cards and create a food token. He's crying in the picture too. Put 2 +1/+1 counters in each of up to, or put a +1/+1 counter in each 2 target creatures you control. Draw a card if there's a creature or lesson card in your graveyard. Oh, that's Monkey Atsu. Tools of War. When this enchantment enters, create a clue token. Your sacrifice permanent during your turn. Create a 1/1 ally creature token. This ability triggers only once each turn. Yeah. Especially for 2 costs, they had to add that second stipulation. Okay. It's a specific type of sorcery or lessons. Average demonstration deals 1 damage to each creature your opponents control, or damage to target creature. Accumulate. Okay. Wonder if each one has multiple lessons. Hello, Rainer Pie. Welcome, welcome. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 of those cards into your hand, and the rest in the bottom. In any order, put 1 of those cards. Put each of those cards in your hand instead of the 3 more lesson cards in your graveyard. Okay. And we have a mythic artifact vehicle. Ozai. Airships. 4/4 vehicle. Only crew 1. Beginning of your end step, if you sacrifice a permanent this turn, create a token that's a copy of this vehicle. As long as you control 8 or more permanents. Named Phoenix Fleet Airship. This vehicle is an artifact. Okay. So then you don't have to crew it. That's cool. Tired? I get it. Iguana Parrot. Keep that over to the side. Flying Vigilant Prowess. Omashu City. And then an ally. Alright. I need to make some room. There. Let my phone hurt. Just sit back, relax, and you can rip some packs. Alright. Still got. This is the beginning of this box. We got a whole another box after this. Okay, we saw wall top sentries. Boomy Bash. Bash deals damage equal to the number of lands you control to target creature. That's kind of cool. It's 4 cost though. That's kind of the only downside. Pirate Peddlers. Death Touch. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent, put a Wumpus on this creature. Okay. Saltwater Grasp. Avatar. Yes. Yes, it's Foaming Mouth guy. That art is great. You know, I don't really pay attention to DSP. Does not surprise me, A, that he has a kick, and B, he's banning 8,000 people. Control enters, put 1+1 on this creature. Abandon attachment. Not too bad. Earth Kingdom Soldier. Creature enters. Put a +1/+1 counter on each of 2 target creatures you control. Master Paku, legendary creature. When you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets 1+1 until end of turn. Whenever he becomes tapped, player target mills X cards, where X is the number of blessing cards in your graveyard. Okay. Only 2 to cast, too. Uncle Iroh. Firebending 1, when this creature attacks, add red. This mana lasts until the end of combat. Lesson spells cost 1 less. There's some really bomb lessons cards. I could see there being a good EDH deck around him. Secret Tunnel. Create 2, 1 white. Ally creature tokens. For 1, search your library for a mountain or cave card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle. Earthbend. Okay, I need to. What do the bending things do? MTG bending mechanics. Okay, they're different per each. Alright. Firebending is a keyword that always includes a number. Whenever a creature you control with firebending attacks, you add that much red mana. You don't lose this mana during that combat. Any of the mana that you still have as combat ends will be lost. You won't have it during the second main phase often. Okay. So firebending, just when you attack, it adds red, dependent, I believe, on the number. Okay. Another ability to give you easy way to spend that mana. Normally could, though whether that's on other abilities or even instants. So spend the mana anytime during combat, including... Okay. So airbending. Airbend. Exile them. While each one is exiled, its owner may cast it for 2 rather than its mana cost. To airbend a permanent or spell, you exile it. As long as the card remains exiled, its owner may cast it by paying 2 rather than paying its mana cost. It doesn't change when that card can be cast if you airbend a creature opponent owns during your turn, notably something Appa. You usually have to wait until their next turn to cast it again. Okay, so you can bounce stuff in and out. Waterbend is a cost and always includes an amount of mana that must be paid somehow. More than that. Okay, when it costs, you can always just pay the requested mana. Or for each one in that cost, you can tap an untapped artifact or creature you control rather than pay that mana. Okay. You tap a creature to help pay a waterbend cost. It can be one that just came under your control that turn. Okay, so Tapping for water bending is not affected by summoning sickness. Cool. Okay. And that just has abilities. And then earth bending. Here's a number. When you earthbend, choose target land you control. As the earthbend ability resolves, that land becomes a 0/0 creature with haste that's still a land. Then put +1/+1 counters on it equal to the earthbend number. Okay. So it just turns land into creatures. Just like earthbend 2, it becomes a 2/2 creature. When it dies or is exiled, return to the battlefield tab. Okay, so the land doesn't actually get destroyed either. Nice. Okay. Now we know. This is Earthbend 3, so I guess it does slightly explain it on there, but I didn't know if it was like unique per thing. Nice. Zula on the hunt. Just Firebending 2. As a black creature, fire. Okay. I like that. They like mix in like some different colors and stuff. So attacks, you lose 1 life and create a clue token. A second mythic. Okay. 0/30. So there is a card. I might just have to make this deck myself now. So, amongst my group of friends, we had a rule where if somebody claimed a legendary creature like a general, commander, you couldn't make a deck from it. It was just dibs. And I want to say it's Arcades the Strategist. Yes, indeed. So his whole thing is, he's 3/5, roughly 4 to cast, 1 colorless, 1 green, 1 white, 1 blue. Flying Vigilance. When a creature with Defender enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. Each creature you control with Defender assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power and can attack as though if it didn't have Defender. So this one, it dies right away. Or no, sorry, it still keeps its defense. So this just becomes essentially a 30/30 with Arcades. Which honestly, now I'm looking at it, that can be your general. This could be your commander. The Wall of Ba Sing Se can just be your commander. It's 8 to cast though. But it was my buddy Andy's deck who passed away. May rest in peace. I might have to steal your commander, Andy. I apologize. Because that's pretty good. We got Pretending Poxbears, North Pole Gates. We have some like land sacrificing with these. And the copy token is the Ember Island players. Beautiful. Okay, 2 packs. Let's pull up Card Kingdom. Yeah. Walls of Ba Sing Se. Damn! Hold on, I need my sleeves. And other things. Shit. Okay, we got the hard sleeves. Where did I put... Oh no. $20 card. Hold on. I think they're downstairs. Okay. Shit. 2 packs in, we're already starting good. Okay. I'll have to look up Phoenix Fleet Airship as well. Damn, okay. Did I grab? Yeah, they're right in front of me. Okay. All right. All right. Protected. Now, let's look up Phoenix Fleet. I can spell. Spelled Phoenix wrong. $8. We're starting off pretty good. $7.50. Okay. Nice. Okay, pack 3. Just getting into pack 3. Ready? Yuyan Archers. This creature enters. You may discard a card if you do draw a card. Beetle-headed Merchants. Whenever this creature attacks, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, draw a card and put a Wumpus Wumpus on this creature. A lot of Wumpus Wumpus here. Octopus form. I don't know why, but I like that symbol. It's different in terms of magic stuff. You control gets Wumpus Wumpus against hexproof until end of turn. Untap it. Oh, it's an instant, so it's not just sorceries. I was mistaken there. Curious Farm Animals. Dies, you gain 3 life. That's sad. Sacrifice this creature, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment. Also kind of sad. Raucous Audience. This is people watching The Boulder. Add green. If you control a creature with power 4 or greater, add 2 green. That's pretty good. Like, the 2 costs, because, like, you know, you have Land War Elves and what have you, where it's just like, you pay 1 green, you get 1 green. But the fact that this can become 2 green, kind of want to... I need to do some sorting around. Where'd I put the... There's the other shiny. Make sure I keep the shiny separate. Keep my tokens separate. The dupes and extras separate. I'm going to keep those here. Cards that I want to potentially use. Okay. Earth Village Ruffians. So these are the guys that fight Zuko when he's hiding with the one family. Guys, Earthbend 2. Okay. Yoshi Battle Fan. When this equipment enters, create a 1/1 white ally creature token and attach this equipment to it. Give us +1 slow, and then equip 2. June! She can't be blocked as long as you draw 2 more cards. Sacrifice another creature, create a clue token. I like clues in this one. Fire Nation Warship, another art vehicle. When it dies, create a clue. It is reach and crew 2. 4/4. It's not bad. Earth Kingdom Jailer. Creature enters, exile up to 1 target artifact, creature, or enchantment, and opponent controls with mana value 3 or greater until this creature. It's not bad for a 3 cost, too. Spirit Oasis. It's where the fishies are that they kill. The moon spirits. Enters, draw a card for each shrine you control. Okay, so it's shrines. Whenever another shrine you control enters, draw a card. That's not too bad. We got Miss Beifong herself. Only a rare. Top enters, you may discard a card. If you do, return target instant sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Whenever you cast a spell, Earthbend 1. That spell is a lesson, put an additional 1+1+ counter on that land. Okay. Let's see. Toph. Hard-headed teacher. Yeah, nothing. Okay, we'll put just normal rares here. Corrupt Court Official. Serpent's Pass, and then food. And then lands. Alright. We had a normal pack. After 2 bangers. Ready. Guys, you think this is a lesson card? Airbending lesson. When target non-land permanent. And draw a card. The Badgermole. This creature enters, Earthbend 2. Control +1/+1. Counters on them have trample. Honestly, like doing like an airbending and like back and forth with the Badgermole. That'd be kind of cool. Deserter's Disciple. And the creature you control with power 2 or less. Can't block this turn. Deadly Precision. Cost to cast a spell. Pay 4 or sacrifice another figure creature. Destroy target creature. First time fly. Oh, that's a cute. That's some cute art. Flying, this creature gets +1/+1 as long as there's a lesson in your graveyard. Water Trap Captain, we saw already. Bender's Waterskin. Untap this artifact during each other player. Ooh, that's not bad. I like that. 3 cast, but you at least have access to 1 mana every turn. Fatal Fissure. Ooh, okay, I was like, this feels familiar. Was this when they killed what's-his-face? Jet, I think his name was. Target creature, when that creature dies this turn, you Earthbend 4. Jesus. This is a Anthropologist, legendary creature. Discard a card, draw a card. Sacrifice him, return target instant sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Activate only during your turn. Flopsy Boomy's Buddy. Ape Goat. Put a 1+1 on each creature you control. Each creature you control with power 4 or greater can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. The Ember Island Production. Create a token that's a copy. Wait, where'd my copy go? No! I didn't put it in the right spot. Where'd you go? I'm already fucking up. You wanna... that... Where'd you go? So where'd I put it? Oh, it literally... It was perfectly underneath another card. Alright. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, except it's not legendary, and it's a 4/4 hero in addition to its other types. Create a token that's a copy of target creature an opponent controls, except it's not legendary, and it's a 2/2 coward in addition to its other types. Elemental Teachings. Search your library for up to 4 land cards with different names and reveal them. An opponent chooses 2 of those cards, put the chosen cards into your graveyard, and the rest Onto the battlefield, tapped and then shuffled. That's pretty good. Keep that there. Enter the avatar state. Some sick art for Hollow. Until end of turn, target creature you control becomes an avatar in addition to its other types. And gains flying, first strike, lifelink, and hexproof. Island and ally. Alright, whoops. Okay. We're not too far off, I think, from either the adult gang movie or the Earthbender season, if I'm not mistaken. Razor Rings. I remember the scene. It's an infamous AMV amongst my BGDA and all the gang here. This gang. That is an Avatar video set to Last Resort from oh my god. I'm blanking on names for everything. Papa Roach. And I think literally it's the cut my life into pieces. One of the lyrics is just Katara going crazy and then slicing the swamp monster up. 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. You gain life equal to the excess damage dealt this way. Interesting. Raucous audience. Porcupine. Cast non-creature spell. Put a 1+1+ counter on this creature. Canyon Crawler. Death Touch. 6 cost. When this creature enters, create a food token. And Swamp Cycling. Okay. Forecast Fortune Teller. This creature enters, create a clue token. Abandon attachment. Otter Penguin. Penguin sledding! Will you go penguin sledding with me? Whenever you draw your second card each turn, this creature gets +1/+2 until end of turn and can't be blocked. Hey. Wheelchair Boy. Flying. Whenever one or more creatures you control a flying attack, draw a card, then discard a card. If you discard a non-land card this way, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Just a random Earth Kingdom General. Earth Bends 2. If you put one or more +1/+1 counters on a creature, you may gain that much life. Nice. Oh, the demon panda. I say demon, he's a spirit. Heibai enters or attacks. You sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, put 2 +1/+1 counters on him. When he leaves the battlefield, put his counters on target creature you control. That's not bad. Oh, it's I forget her name, but the Bloodbender. Cost of the spell, you may waterbend 4. All creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. If this spell's additional cost was paid, whenever a creature dies this turn, you gain a lot. The Last Agni Kai. Good art. Focus. There we go. Kinda. Target creature you control fights target creature an opponent controls. If the creature the opponent controls is dealt excess damage this way, add that much red. On the turn, you don't lose unspent red mana as steps and phases end. Instant. True Ancestry. Ooh, the Roku and the Sozin clouds behind him are really cool. Return a permanent from your graveyard to your hand. Create a clue token. It's actually good. Full art! Take those. And an ally. Actually, wait. I put that into cards I might want to use. Just morbid curiosity. also, I don't think I put the couple of the other rares that I've seen here. Make sure. The last two rare? Oh, I did. Okay. Let's see. Last Agni Kai and Elemental Teachings. I doubt this is that much. $3. True. $3. $2.50. And Elemental Teachings. Nothing. Okay. All right. Do. Alright, we've seen the Canyon Crawler, we've seen the forecasting. Sandbender Storm. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater, or Earthbend 3. Earthbending lesson. Earthbend 4. Okay. Cunning Maneuver. Destroys one until end of turn, create a clue token. Penguin. Barrels of Blasting Jelly. Add 1 mana of any color, activate only once each turn. Sacrifice. Tap 5 to sacrifice this artifact, it deals 5 damage. On the hunt, Master Paku. Southern Air Temple. Air Temple enters, put X Wumpus counters on each creature you control, where X is the number of shrines you control whenever another shrine you control enters. Okay, I kind of like the whole concept of the shrine stuff. Whenever another shrine you control enters, put a Wumpus counter on each creature you control. Rockalanche. Earthbend X, where X is the number of forests you control. And you can flashback it. That's nice. Fire Lord Azula. There's Firebending 2. Whenever you cast a spell while Fire Lord Azula is attacking, copy that spell and may choose new targets for the copy. Oh, she does. You shiny island and food. $5. Her full art is. She has 2 like different alt arts that are like almost $20 each. I want to grab all the shrines that I've gotten so far. I've gotten a couple. Shrine. Enchantment. Shaga. Oh, lessons too. Yeah, it was just the 2. Just the 2 so far. Okay. Keep shrines to the side. Had the sniffles for a couple of days now. Nothing bad, just sniffles. Pirate Peddlers. Watery Graphs. Avatar Enthusiast. Saber-tooth Moose Lion. 4 cycling and reach for 6, and it's a 7/7. Firebending lesson. There's a kicker of 4. It deals 2 damage to target creature. The spell was kicked. It deals 5 damage to that creature instead. Merchant of Many Hats. Turn this card. Oh, yeah, it's the Swamp Village where Katara pretends to be the water spirit. Card from your graveyard to your hand. Also known as Doc the Ferryman, Zhu the Fishmonger, and Bushi the River Cleaner. Finding out what job need to be done in Zhanghui Village. So they just have cards that are just stills. Mildly curious. Heroic Intervention. Okay. This bad boy is $14. Take that. This is a like reprint card, but still. All right. We have the Fire Nation Warship, June the Bounty Hunter, Haru, Hidden Talent. He's in the prison with his dad. Ally you control enters Earthbend 1. Nice. Okay, we got more Spirit Oasis. We got another mythic. The Rise of Sozin. 6th cost. Destroys all creatures. Okay. Choose a card name, search target opponent's graveyard, hand, and library for up to 4 cards with that name and exile them, then that player shuffles. Exile... Oh, I noticed it's a transform card. Exile the saga, then return it to the battlefield transformed underneath your control. To Fire Lord Sozin. Menace and Firebending 3. When he deals combat damage to a player, you may pay X. When you do, put any number of target creature cards with total mana value X or less from that player's graveyard into the bet. He seems nuts! Hold on! Lord Sozin. MTG. Oh, it's the Rise of Sozin. He's only... That seems... I don't know. I guess because he sits there forever, it takes him a while to actually turn into a creature because he's a saga. Still, that seems... good. Shiny North Pole Gates and accumulate wisdom, and then an ally. Okay. Good box so far. Here. Zero Disciple, Deadly Precision, First Time Flyer, Wild Trap Captain, Pillar Launch. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains reach until end of turn. Untap it. Fire Nation Cadets. Choose Firebending 2 as long as there's a lesson in your graveyard. Tap 2 is creature +1/+0 until end of turn. So it can boost itself. Messenger Hawk. Yeah, Hawky. It's like, what was his name? It's right there. When this creature enters, create a clue token. And +2 as long as you've drawn 2 or more cards this turn. Okay. White Lotus Reinforcements. An ally booster with Vigilance. Zhong the Deserter. Firebending 1 and Exhaust. For 3, put Almost Wampus counter on Zhong Zhong. When you next cast a lesson spell this turn, copy it, and you may choose a new target for the copy. Okay. Oh, Zula when she's trapped. Creature man 3 or greater. Boomerang basics. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If you controlled that permanent, draw a card. Iroh Grand Lotus. Firebending 2. During your turn, each non-lesson instant and sorcery card in your graveyard has flashback. And it's equal to its mana. That's pretty good. Cost 6 to cast. And lessons have flashback 1. Gonna see. Excuse me. Iroh. Grand Lotus. No, never mind. Full art, $6. This one is 69 cents. But I like it. Hey, go blow my nose. I'll be right back. Alrighty. The nostrils have been cleared. This one right? Yep. Okay. Search your loose mind. Firebending lesson. Hog Monkey. Beginning of combat on your turn. Target creature you control. With the +1/+1 counter on gains menace. And then exhaust for 5. 2 1/1 counters on this creature. Okay. Once, you can do it only once. Geyser Leap. Flying Waterbend 4. Dark card in the start. Card. That's it. Okay. Zhong's Deserters. There's the Village Ruffians. Hey! Ryan! Target creature gains menace until end of turn. It can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. I feel like I need to start saving lessons as well now. Fire Nation Engineer. Beginning of your end step, if you attack this turn, put a 1/1 counter on another target creature or vehicle you control. That I might want for that vehicle deck I was talking about. Airbender Reversal. Keep that lesson. Destroy target attacking creature. Airbend target creature. What is Iroh's colors? Oh, yeah. Okay, so I can only do lessons of a certain color. I'll still keep them to the side, though. Airbend target creature you control. Okay. Longfang Grand Secretariat. Creature you control or land you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield. Put 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Tiger seal. It's a cat seal. At the beginning of your upkeep, tap this creature. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, untap this creature. It's actually interesting for 3/3, 1 cost. Assuming it's not worth that much. Watch, it's gonna be like. Okay, yeah. Oh shit! There's 2. Oh! Okay. And it's a transform card. Draw cards equal to the greatest power among creatures you control to start. Earthbend X, where X is the number of cards in your hand. That land becomes an island in addition to its other types. Exile the Saga and return it under your control. 5/4. Lands you control have trample and hexproof. Add X mana of any one color where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. That's not bad. Legend of Yoshi. She's $7. She's 6 to cast as well. Some mana ramp decks, it's still not too bad. Especially with the draw, green. It's pretty good. Shiny How to Start a Riot. Mashu and an ally. Okay, I want to go through again real quick. I even was thinking, I'm probably going to want to put lessons to the side. I do that. I'm going to look at the top right corner, find all the lessons. Made it easy. Okay. We got lessons and then shrines. All right. Keep it going, keep it going. I can open this pack. There we go. Wasn't a token back there, so. Porcupine, Canyon Crowdier, Rowdy Snowballers. Oh, I haven't seen. Target creature in opponent controls and put a stun counter on it. Nice. It's the kids that Sokka train/play with. Razor Rings, Rocky Rebuke. Target creature controls just combat damage equal to its power to target creature and opponent controls. It almost feels like a red in a way. Aang's Journey. We got a lesson. There's a kicker. Search your library for a basic land card. That spell was kicked. Instead, search your library for a basic land card and a shrine card. Reveal those cards, put them into your hand, then shuffle. You gain 2 life. Okay. Wandering Musicians. Attacks. Creatures you can control with someone in a turn. Aru Hidden Talent. Cruel Administrator. Trying to remember where he... Is he the warden of the jail that Haru and his dad was at, I think? Enters with +1/+1 counters on it. If you attack this turn, whenever this creature attacks, create a 2/2 red soldier. So I'm going to Firebending 1. The Shrine. Crescent Island Temple. When it enters, for each shrine you control, create a 1/1 red monk creature token with prowess. Shrine you control enters, create a 1/1 red monk token. Okay. when it enters, and when it enters, it does for every other shrine, and then when more shrines come in, it makes more. Nice. Ba Sing Se. Enters tapped unless I control a basic land. It adds a green. Or for a green and 2, it earthbends 2. That's cool. And we have an Aang. Oh, this is... Okay. Yeah. It's only white and blue because this is him at the end of the first book. Is Flash Flying for 2/3. When he enters, airbend up to one other target creature or spell. You can waterbend 8 to then transform him into the Ocean's Fury. 5/5 reach trample. Whenever Aang and La attack, put a Wumpus Wumpus counter on each tapped creature you control. Okay, let's check. Oh, comma. Swift Savior. $6.50. We got our boy. I am wondering if, like, depending on the success of this set, if they're gonna do, oh, it's a, proxy. What should we call it? Korra. We're gonna do Korra. I was kind of hoping they do Korra in this one, but they apparently had enough for one set. So just Airbender, so. Avatar Enthusiast, Sabretooth, Firebending Lesson, Hog Monkey, Guy's Leap, Zuko's Exile. Exile target artifact creature or enchantment its controller creates a clue token. Vindictive Warden. This is May's dad. If you block with 2 more creatures, Firebending 1, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent by tapping 3. Seismic Stance. That's another lesson. Tap X cards of your library, where X is the number of lands you control. You may reveal a creature or land card from among them. I have 1 green too. Put them into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. That might go in an existing deck that I have. Heartless Act. Oh, this part. It made everyone mad. It made Aang mad. It made the viewers mad. It made me mad. Destroy target creature with no counters on it. Remove up to 3 counters from target creature. Invasion Reinforcements. Creature enters. Create a white-white. 1/1 white 1 1/1 white ally creature token. Flash. The Lion Turtle. 3/6, only 3 to cast. Vigilance Reach. When the Lion Turtle enters, you gain 3 life. The Lion Turtle can't attack or block unless there are 3 or more lesson cards in your graveyard. And he taps for mana. No, not that worth that much. Also, my music. Did I not click on the playlist? No, it just has 11 chapters. 10 hours. That's better. Oh, we got 2. Zhao the Moonslayer. 2 for 2/2. Menace, non-basic lands enter tapped. That's big. 7 cost, put a Conqueror counter on Zhao. As long as Zhao has a Conqueror counter on him, non-basic lands are mountains. They lose all other land types and abilities and This feels dirty. He's not worth that much. But this feels like something Azula always lies. I like that art. Choose one or both. Target creature gets -1/+1 to end of turn. Put a 1/+1 counter on target creature. And a, ooh, shiny full art planes. Heck yeah. Like just a mono red, hate all other color deck would be kind of fun. Badgermole, Yuyan Archers, Dai Li Indoctrination. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose an online permanent card from it. That player discards that card, and or Earthbend is 2. There's no war embossing, say. Octopus form. Glider Kids. Flying, when this creature enters, scry 1. Turtle Duck! Excuse me. Till end of turn, this creature has base power 4 and gains trample. Kyoshi Warriors. When this creature enters, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. A full art Crashing Wave. $0.35. I like the art in it though. Additional cost to cast this spell: Waterbend X. Tap up to X target creatures. Ah, Sokka Sword. When this equipment enters, destroy target permanent. 7 to cast. Go creature plus is 3. And equip 3. Water Tribe Rallier. Waterbend 5, look at the top for cards to your library. You may reveal a creature card with power 3 or less from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest of the bottom of your library in a random order. Combustion Man! Combustion technique deals damage equal to 2 plus the number of lesson cards in your graveyard. Target creature, if that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. Firebender Ascension. Him learning from the dragons. There we go. This enchantment enters, create a 2/2 red soldier creature token with Firebending 1. When a creature you control attacking causes a triggered ability of that creature to trigger, put a quest counter on this enchantment. Then if it has 4 or more quest counters on it, you may copy that ability. You may choose new targets for that. And a shiny Elemental Teachings. Oh. How much is the shiny one? Like $1. Ooh. This copy token is creepy. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. And this is worth anything either. It is. Never mind. It is worth more than that holographic card I just put a sleeve in. So there. All the stuff that I'm sleeping. Shepherd. Cheap viewers! I know this is like it's supposed to be just the holes in the mask, but the card art of the firebending soldiers does look like googly eyes. I can't not see the googly eyes. You will take us seriously! We are the firebenders of the Fire Nation! Everything changed when we attacked! The launch, Fire Nation cadets, Swamp Snare Trap. One less to cast if it targets a creature with flying, enchant creature, and it gets -5, -3. Damn. Giant Koi. Would have been 3. And Island Cycling 2, 6, 5, 7. Yep! Target creature goes +2/+2 until end of turn. If that creature is an ally, it also gains flying until end of turn. Foggy Swamp Vinebender. This creature can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less, and Waterbend 5. Put a 1+1+ counter on this creature, activate only during your turn. Earth Rumble Wrestlers. You have Reach. It gets 1+0. It's trample as long as you control a land creature or a land enter the battlefield under your control this turn. Invasion Submersible. When this vehicle enters, return up to one other target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Exhaust. Waterbend, this vehicle becomes an artifact creature. Put 3 1+1+ counters on it. Okay, that's cool. Because we need that. Oh, we got a 4. Agents. Not worth anything. Okay. I still like it though. I like it. I didn't know what it does though. Enters Earthbend 1 and then Earthbend 1 again. It attacks, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the number of creatures you control with 1+1+ counters on them. Gather the White Lotus, create a 1/1 white ally creature token for each planes you control. And scry 2. Shower Ruthless Admiral, he has Firebending 2. Sacrifice another permanent creature you control with 1+1 until turn. Full Art Katara. Tara, Water Tribe's Hope. $3.50. Art's really cool. In here. She's Vigilance, and when she enters, create a 1/1 ally creature token. Waterbend X. Creatures you control have base power and toughness XX until end of turn. X can't be 0. Activate only during your turn. That's pretty cool. Full art. And shiny. Alright. Hog Monkey, Geyser Leaper, Zhongzhong's Diventures, Ostrich Horse. When it enters, mill 3 cards. You may put a land card from among them into your hand. If you don't, put a 1+1+ counter on this creature. Okay. Rough Rhino Cavalry. Firebending 2. When this creature attacks at... Oh, sorry, Firebending. Exhaust 8. 2 1+1+ counters on this creature. It gains trample until end of turn. You can only use it once. Firebless Bear, Zuko's Exile. Bitter Work. It's good art. Aang's face. It's an enchantment. Whenever you attack a player with 1 or more creatures with power 4 or greater, draw a card. It has Exhaust 4 to Earthbend 4. Activate only during your turn. you can only do it once. Team Avatar, enchantment. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gets +X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. Then you can tap 2 and a white, discard this card. It deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control a target creature. That's not bad. Invasion Tactics. This enchantment enters, creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. When one or more allies you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. Avatar's Wrath. The one target creature, then airbend all other creatures. Okay. Until your next turn, your opponent can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hands. Exile Avatar's Wrath. That's cool. Oh boy. Okay, we got a twofer again. And Beifong's Bounty Hunters. When an online creature you control dies, Earthbend X, where X is that creature's power. Avatar. Wrath. I had a feeling that was going to be worth a little bit. $4.50. Seems pretty good. Keep that there. I doubt Beifong is worth anything. Nope. Okay. Sandbedger Storm, Cunning Maneuver, sold out. Target creature, if it was dealt damage this turn, create a clue token. Flexible Waterbender. That's not guitar. Vigilance, Waterbend 3. Compassionate Healer, whenever this creature becomes tapped, you gain 1 life and sprout. That's kinda good. Village Ruffians, Aang's Journey. In general, hey bye. Honest Work. Enchant creature an opponent controls. When this aura enters, tap enchanted creature and remove all counters from it. Enchanted creature loses all abilities and is a citizen with a base power and toughness 1/1. And tap it to add a waste named Humble Merchant. I like that. It's waterbending. Avatar Destiny. Giant creature you control gets 1/1 for each creature card in your graveyard and is an avatar in addition to its other types. When it dies, mill cards equal to its power. Return this card to its owner's hand and up to 1 creature card milled this way to the battlefield under your control. Shiny Ember Island Productions, Normal Forest, and a Roxy. Avatar. Destiny. It is your destiny. Do you think we're like halfway through the first box? Do. There it is, Astrosaurus, and it's going to keep going quicker. Reference corrupt court officials. When the creature enters, target opponent discards a card. Bring out the wheel of punishment. The cactus juice. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 2. Soldier, Cat Owl. Flying For 4, whenever this creature attacks, untap target affected creature. Twin Blades. When it enters, attach it to target creature you control. That creature gains double strike until end of turn. Interesting. True Ancestry. Zuko's Conviction. Kicker 4. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand if the spell was kicked. Instead, put that card into the battlefield tapped. Hermetic Herbalist. Add 1 mana of any color. Add 2 mana in any combination of colors. Spend this mana only to cast lesson spells. I like that. Aang at the Crossroads. We have added green for Earth. Only a buck. Flying, when Aang enters, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a creature card with mana value 4 or less from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest of the bottom of the library in any random order. When another creature you control leaves the battlefield, transform Aang at the beginning of your next upkeep. This was before he shot in the back. Flying land creatures you control have vigilance at the beginning of your combat. Turn Earthbend 2. Okay. Shiny, Bang Blastos, that. Alright. Sold out, Flexible Waterbender, Compassionate Healer, Origin of Metal Bending. Destroy target artifact or enchantment, or put a 1/1 on target creature you control against indestructible till end of turn. Mongoose Lizard. Menace, and when this creature enters, it deals 1 damage to any target, and Mountain Cycling. She Battle Fan. Keeping a bunch of equipments there for another deck. Platypus Bear. Another Shrine, Southern Air Temple. When it enters, put X 1/1 counters on each creature you control, where X is the number of shrines. Delio. Rockalanche. Sokka Lateral Strategist. When Sokka and at least 1 other creature attacks, draw a card. Boiling Rock Riot. It's the Riot guy! Hey! Riot! Firebending 1. Tap an untapped ally you control. Exile target card from a graveyard. If the creature attacks, you may cast an ally spell from among cards you own exiled with this creature. And Ty Lee. Island and an ally. Flash Prowess. When you Prowess. When you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets 1/1 until end of turn. When Ty Lee enters, tap the 1 target creature. It doesn't untap during its control. Tap step for as long as you control. Okay, she blocks. That's cool. Ty Lee, Chi blocker. And then Boiling Rock Rioter. Yeah, I didn't think so. Riot! Leave it to the professionals to start a riot. Let's start a riot! Riot! Swamp Snare Trap, Giant Koi, yip! Focus on Firebender, Lightning Strike. Is this just worse? TG. It's just worse lightning bolt. Lightning bolt is 1 red and 3 damage to any target. You could have at least just reflavored it. No one is going to use that. Outer Penguin, Kyoshi Warriors, Crashing Wave. As an additional cost to cast a spell, Waterbend X. Tap an X-target creature cards and distribute 3 stun counters among tap creatures your opponent controls. Okay. Fire Nation attacks. 2 red 2/2 red soldier creature tokens with Firebending 1. And it's Flashback 9. Everything changed when Fire Nation attacks. Shared Roots. Okay. A lesson, but it is essentially Terramorphic Expanse, I think is the name of the card. Search for a basic land, put it into battlefield tapped, and shuffle. Your sword. Oh, we got a mythic! On she. I don't have any better protection than this. $58 card! Let's go! Let's fucking go! I'll read you in a second, but why are you so fucking expensive? 1/1 and then an 2 blue and X cost. Has Flash. Flying Vigilance. When it enters, put X 1% counters on him, then draw half cards rounded down. Okay. Yeah, I can kind of see how he's busted. Damn. Damn! Okay. Okay. Jesus. That's what we like to see. We like to see big boy hits. Damn. Big old owl librarian. Worth boku bucks. You're worthless. I want to look up the cost of Lightning Strike. It's like a cent. It's actually 35 cents? Really? That seems wrong. The Merchant's Waterbending Lesson. Draw 3 cards and discard a card unless you waterbend 2. Okay. Storm Animals, Rocky Rebuke, Treetop Freedom Fighters. You have Haste 2/1 for 3. When this creature enters, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. Running Musicians. Honest Work. Earth Rumble. Earthbend 2. When you do, up to 1 target creature you control fights target creature and opponent controls. Okay. War Balloon. Flying 1, put a fire counter on this vehicle. As long as this vehicle has 3 or more fire counters on it, it's an artifact creature. I really like the whole... There's means for a lot of these vehicles to just turn into creatures themselves. White Lotus Hideout. At a waste, add 1 mana of any color. Spend this to only cast Lesson or Shrine spells. Or tap 1 and tap it to add 1 mana of any color. Katara the Fearless. Volume 3 hairdo. Nothing there. If a triggered ability of an ally you control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. Never ever turn my back on the people who need me. Good quote. And then shiny cards. Still just almost a $60 card. Bonkers. Monster Taurus, Refined Cavalry, Corrupt Court Official, it'll quench ya! Rabaroo Troop. Landfall. Whenever land you control enters, this creature gains flying until end of turn. You gain 1 life and has plane cycling. 5 to cast, though. Avenger's Waterskin, Cycle of Renewal. Ooh. Sacrifice a land, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them onto the bed. That's kind of good. My Jaded Edge. She's prowess, an exhaust, put a double strike counter on my. Okay. Serpent of the Pass. 3 more lesson cards in your graveyard. You may cast this spell as though it had flash. And 1 less to cast for each non-creature, non-land card in your graveyard. Blizzard Wasp Colony. Flying, when this creature enters, you may sacrifice an artifact or creature. You draw a card. Whenever another creature you control dies, if it had counters on it, put its counters on this creature. That's actually kind of cool. The Sun Warriors. Firebending X for X number of creatures you control. And it can create allies with it. And we got Better My. Scornful Striker. I love Zuko more than I fear you. $4.50. Its first strike, whenever a player casts a non-creature spell, they lose. That's... Only 2? Dang. I like that. Oh! Okay, no, never mind. He is not, a rare. So look, Jet, Freedom Fighter. When he enters, deals combat. He deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control to target creature and opponent controls. When he dies, put 1+1 counters on each up to 2 creatures. Okay. Okay. Is at the bottom. Oh, never mind. Deeper in the box is deeper than I thought. Drafting Fighters, Dialee Indoctrination, Tellers, Sandbreaker Storm, Rumble Arena. The land. Oh, because lands can become creatures. That's funny. But does Vigilance affect it while it's still land? I'm mildly curious. Okay. Vigilance prevents a creature from tapping when it attacks. It's specifically creatures attacking. That's cool, though. I like the flavor of that. Enter Scry 1. I like that. Addictive Warden. Up there's Crescent Island Temple. Cruel Administrator. Vengeful Villagers. As creature attacks, choose target creature and opponent controls. Tap it, then you may sacrifice an artifact or creature. If you do, put a stun counter on that chosen creature. The Shrine, Kyoshi Island Plaza. When Kyoshi Island Plaza enters, search your library for up to X basic land cards, where X is the number of shrines you control. That's... And when I was trying to control enter, search your library. I like the shrine stuff a lot. Day of Black Sun. Each creature with mana value X, it's 2 black and X, or less, lose all abilities until end of turn. Destroy those creatures. Ooh, that's really good, because crap loses indestructible. I feel like that should be worth more, but that's just me. Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper. Lifelink, whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a 1/1 color spirit creature token. With this token, can't block or be blocked by non-spirit creatures. We got that, and we got that. Alright. Also the flavor of the Day of Black Sun for losing your abilities. Firebenders losing their abilities. Lightning Strike, Azula always lies. Waterbending lesson. Glider Kids, Turtle Duck. Tending Pox Bears, Zuko's Exile. Cat Gator. Lifelink for 7. When this creature enters, it deals damage equal to the or swamps you control to any target. Okay, that's probably why it's worth that. Sokka Lateral Strategist. Knowledge Seeker. Vigilance. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. If it dies, create a clue. Fire Sages is Firebending 1. And then for 3, 2 red and a colorless, put 1/1 counters on this creatures. I never knew that was the name of the North Waterbending Tribe city. Lander's tapped unless you control a basic land. Add blue. Okay, add blue, draw a card and discard a card. Okay. Bending lesson. Come on. Origin of Metal Bending. Mongoose Lizard. Foggy Swamp Hunters. Iguana Parrot. Flying Vigilance Prowess. Path to Redemption. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature can't attack or block. Tap 5 to sacrifice this aura, exile enchanted creature, create a 1/1 white ally creature token, activate only. Okay. 2, it's not terrible. Blasting Jelly. Warriors, War Balloon, Earth Rumble. Master Piandao, Sokka's master. First strike, whenever he attacks, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an ally, equipment, or lesson card from among them. Put it into your hand. Put the rest at the bottom of your library in a random order. This one we did. Earth King Lieutenant. Trample. When this creature enters, put a 1/1 counter on each other ally creature you control. Whenever another ally you control enters, put a 1/1 on this creature. Excuse me. Yeah, I didn't think so. Shiny June. Okay. Court Official, it'll quench ya. Rebel Troop, Rebellious Captives, Exhaust, so it's a 2/2 for 2, and it's Exhaust 6, 2 1/1 counters in this creature, then Earthbend 2, Fire Nation Raider. This one doesn't have googly eyes. Raid. Creature enters. If you attack this turn, create a clue token. Callous Inspector. As Menace. When this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to you. Create a clue token. Abandon attachment. Hama the Bloodbender. Human Warlock. When Hama enters, target opponent mills 3 cards, exile up to 1 non-creature non-land card from that player's graveyard. For as long as you control Hama, you may cast that exile card during your turn by waterbending X rather than paying its mana cost, where X is its mana value. Okay. I like that. Wolfbat. Flying, whenever you draw your 2nd card each turn, you may pay a black. If you do, return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Solstice Revelations. Lesson exile cards from the top of your library until you exile an online card. Yes, a card without paying its mana cost if the spell's mana value is less than the number of mountains you control. Don't cast your card that way, put it into your hand as flashback. These from the Vine, Depression. Fire Lord Zuko.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I have any X where X is... I should probably actually pick that up. I might lower my thing back down. Rest my old man legs. Whenever you cast a spell from... Fireman X, where X is Firelord Zuko's power. When you cast a spell from exile, and whenever a permanent you control enters from exile, put a 1+1 counter on each creature you control. Okay. Earthbending Listen. Fire Forest. And token. The last 6 packs from this box. When I started, I think I started like 8. I've been staying like 4. Fog Swamp Hunters. Water Parrot, Path to Redemption, Walltop Sentries, Boomy Bash, Cat Owl, How to Start Right, Fire Sages, Cat Gator, Knowledge Seeker, Earth Kingdom Jailer. Look at that one I got. Earthbender Ascension, Full Art. $10. And a shiny Zuko. This enchantment enters Earthbend 2, then search your library for a basic land card and put on the battlefield tap, then shuffle. Whenever a land you control enters, put a quest counter on this enchantment. When you do, if it has 4 or more quest counters on it, put 1+1 counters on target creature you control. It gains trample until end of turn. Zuko Conflicted. $1.50. Beginning of your first main phase, choose one that hasn't been chosen and you lose 2 life. Draw a card, put a 1+1 on Zuko. Add a red, exile, and return to the battlefield into your opponent's... Oh. I see why he's not worth that much. Shiny Swamp. The whole, your opponents get control of them. Azula always lies. Waterbending Lesson. Ladder Kids, Turtle Duck, Yuyan Archers, Wandering Musicians, Kyoshi Warriors, Vengeful Villagers. Kyoshi Island Plaza once again. North Pole Patrol. Untap another target permanent you control and waterbend 3. Tap target creature an opponent controls as you waterbend. Tigerdillo. You can't attack or block unless you control another creature with power 4 or greater. Spirit Water Revival. Reviving Very Dead Aang. Additional cost to cast a spell, you may waterbend 6. Draw 2 cards. If this spell's additional cost was paid, instead shuffle your graveyard into your library, draw 7 cards, and you have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. And then you exile Spirit Water Revival. Let's see. Nope. Normal rare. Do 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 do. Rebaru Troop Rebellious. Captives, Fire Nation Rider, Chaos Inspector, Lost Days. Oh, when Appa's lost, the owner of target creature and enchantment puts it into the library, second from the top or on the bottom. And create a clue. Oh, that's sad. Merchant of Many Hats, Kyoshi Warriors, Zuko, Exiled Prince. Firebending 3. Exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. Sokka's Haiku. Oh, this I love this. The text of the card itself is a haiku. I love it. Counter target spell. Draw a card, then mill 3 cards. Untap target land. Beautiful. Beautiful flavor. Earth Kingdom Protectors. Vigilant sacrifices creature and another target ally you control gains indestructible until end of turn. Suki. Kyoshi Warrior. Power is equal to the number of creatures you control. Mercy attacks. Create a 1/1 wet ally creature token that's tapped and attacking. Mythic Badgermole Cub. What the fuck?! $80 card! Jesus Christ! I don't know if this next box can do what this one did. This has been insane. And I see why. So when it enters Earthbend 1, that's whatever. Whenever you tap a creature for mana, add an additional mana. For 2. That's bonkers. That's... These two cards alone almost pay for the box. Just nuts. And so it's like, I love how it's like none of the, like the gang or any of those characters. It's just like a Badgermole Cub. One of them is like a character. It's the Owl Librarian dude. But like Badgermole Cub is, that's just a thing that they made. This set, I'm pretty sure. I don't recall them ever seeing a Badgermole Cub. Wait. We got googly eyes! Yes! Alright, Rebellious Captives, Fire Nation Raider, Callous Inspector, Lost Days, Airbending Lesson. You, Mr. Full-Grown Badgermole! are not nearly worth as much as your cub. Destined Confrontation. Each player chooses any number of creatures they control with total power 4 or less, and sacrifices all other creatures they control. Sparring Dummy. It's a creature. It's a defender. Mill a card. You may put a land card milled this way into your hand. You gain 2 life if a lesson card is milled this way. I am Melon Lord! Good stuff. Ozai's... Ooh. Or is it this side? It's this side. Deals 2 damage to target player. That player discards 2 cards. Yep. Oh, wow. That's some sick art. Lands you control gain all basic land types until end of turn. Draw a card. That is a cool one. We have a rare Suki. That. Sukin. Courageous Rescuer. Didn't think so. Other creatures you control get +1/+0. Whenever another permanent you control leaves the battlefield during your turn, create a 1/1 token. This ability only once each turn. I still can't get over the Badgermole cub. That's bonkers. We have 2 packs left of this box. Glorious, glorious box. I just want to pull up real quick. I don't remember how much these boxes costed. I want to know. AVATAR. There's my calculator. I can't do maths right now. Alright, it's like $160 per box. I'm pretty sure both those cards just paid for the box. Bonkers. Origin of Metal Bending. Cunning Maneuvers. Shoot out. Want a parrot. Passionate Healer, Earth Kingdom Soldier, Cat Owl, Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper, Tigerdillo, Both Patrol, Foggy Swamp Visions. That art is really cool. Additional cost to cast this spell, Waterbend X. Exile X target creature cards from graveyards. For each creature card exiled this way, create a token that's a copy of it. In your next end step, sacrifice those tokens. Okay, that still seems pretty good. Nope, it's not. Jasmine Dragon Tea Shop. Add waste, add 1 mana of any color, spend this mana only to cast an ally spell or activate an ability of an ally source. 5, create 1/1 ally creature token. Nice. Alright. Last pack of this box. And then we're gonna see how overkill those 2 cards were. Azula. Always lies. Alright, Snowballers, Riz Rings, Raucous Audience, Porcupine, Messenger Hawk, Cycle of Renewal, Master Piandao, Uncle Iroh, Cave of Two Lovers, Raven Eagle. I think this is the bird that Sparky Boom Man had. Whenever this target creature enters or attacks, exile up to one target creature from a graveyard. If a creature card is exiled this way, Grave Clue. If you draw your second card each turn, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Great Divide. A Great Divide Guide. Each land and ally you control has add 1 mana of any... That's pretty good. That. We'll look at these two. Raven Eagle. Value worth. Nope. Great Divide Guide, though. Seems... Yeah, that's what I thought. It's worth $2.30. Very cheap cost to be really beneficial for ally decks, even just normal decks, since it's land too. Okay, so let's just get the hardcover things first, and then we'll factor in these other guys, which are, you know, might only be a few bucks. So, Badger Mole Cub. So 160. $80. Plus, we have Badger Mole Cub. Let's look up Heroic Intervention again. I love how the Spider-Man one, oh, they're roughly the same. So you're 14. Intervention. The wall. Bossing say $20. This is immensely overkill. Wan Chi. $58. That alone, these 4 cards pay for the box plus some. Not even counting these, which were, you know, a couple bucks each, maybe some $5 or what have you. Very good box. Very, 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 very good box. Okay. Jeebus Christ. Clear some of this up. Grab back here. Lessons and the shrines definitely want to have on hand. Lands. Shinies. Cards I want to use, potentially 4 decks. Yeah, alright! Box dose. I don't know if we're going to be able to match what we just did. Unless there's like $200 card in these sets that I don't know about. Actually, take a picture of this. Oh! I just finally pulled up the text thread. The text thread. Paul, if you're watching, hi. All right. It's not to unintentionally dox myself by putting my phone in the camera. All right. Make sure I got the right. I have no idea what those do. If people want to scan the QR code, they can. All right. All right. I don't know if... I wonder if I have... I've been to some of... I'm not gonna say last names, but if you've been to like Ian or any of the other boys' like graduation parties and stuff, I may have met Paul. I know I've met Ben. Fun fact, AGDQ last year. So basically, there's this whole family that's basically been my best friend. It's his family, and it's just my second family essentially. Essentially, they're the ones that got me into Magic. And, the one cousin from the family, Ben, or as Torima, Toorima, on Twitch, speedrunner. He mostly speedruns, I believe, the Final Fantasy Legends games, which is like Final Fantasy Pokemon, kind of. He did a run at AGDQ this past year. Go check that out. Ben's a cool guy. Alright. New box, pack 1. Red Snowballs, Raise Rings, Raucous Audience, Porcupine. Deep breath, excuse me. Forecasting, Fortune Teller, Abandoned Attachments. Jets, Brainwashing. It's very anime. For the art. Kicker 3, target creature can't block this turn. If the spell is kicked, gain control of that creature until end of turn, untap it, and gain haste until end of turn. Create a clue token. Momo. Playful pet. Flying Vigilance. It's a 1/1. When Momo leaves the battlefield, choose one, create a food token, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control, or scry 2. That's not bad. Katara Bending Prodigy. If your end step, if Katara is tapped, put a 1/1 counter on her. Waterbend 6 to draw a card. Tigerdillo. Dish. Unagi of Kyoshi Island. Hey, you know what? I'll take a $2 card to start. I will take a $2 card. Flash Ward. When this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter it unless the player pays 4. Damn. They can tap their artifacts and creatures to help. Each player pays 1. Oh, so they have to waterbend in order to help counter it. Whenever an opponent draws their second card each turn, you draw 2 cards. That's cool. The Leviathan's a serpent. That could, I believe, go into my really bad creatures of the deep deck, so I'll put that over there. Hey! Googly eyes! Oh, they're double-sided. I didn't even notice that. Hog Monkey. Eloquentia. Avatar Enthusiasts. Rebellious Captives. Fire Nation Raiders. Kyoshi Bedfan. Wandering Musicians. Sokka's Haiku. Still love it. Professor Zai. Flopsy. We got a Mythic. $9. $9. Oh, we have another one too. A double pack. Planetarium, the Wan Shi Tong. Tap 1, it's 6 to cast. Tap 1 to tap it. Tap 1 to tap it. Scry 2. Whenever you scry or surveil with a card of your library, you may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Do this only once each turn. That might go good in multitude decks that I have. Sokka Bold Boomeranger. He's not worth that. Anything. He enters, discard up to 2 cards, and draw that many cards whenever you... Boomerang. Whenever you cast an artifact or lesson spell, put a 1/1 on Sokka. Raise rings and a normal island. Okay. Young Jung's Deserters, Ostrich Horse, Rough Rhino Cavalry, Corrupt Court Official, It'll quench you! Waterskin, How to Start a Riot, Shade Roots, Meteor Sword, Crushing Wave, Combustion Technique. We got Ang's. I'm pretty sure he was worth a teeny bit. Really need all that punctuation. Yeah, he's $6.50. Okay. This box is gonna go a lot quicker now that we basically got all the basically all the commons and probably most of the uncommons read. So I'm just read through them. Get through them all too quickly. Deserter's Disciple, Deadly Precision, Lost Days, Water Tribe Captain, Badger Mole, Where's Your Kid? Earth Kingdom Soldier, Outer Penguin, Water Tribe Rallier, Waterbend 5, look top 4 cards of your library, you may reveal a creature card with power 3 or less from among them. into your hand. Put the rest of the bottom of your library in random order. The agents, Submersible, the Ruthless, and we have a full art Yui. My last girlfriend turned into the moon. That's rough, buddy. $3.5. I like the, for like the bordering, actually having like the, symbols of each of the, nations that the characters come from. Flying Vigilance, Waterbend 5, you may cast a non-creature spell from your hand without paying its mana cost. Non-creature spell, specifically. Okay. Would that be good? But I was like, eh. Well... that would be good in Super Friends. For a very particular spell. That's the beautiful thing about having an EDH deck. It's 5 colors. Nothing's off limits. You don't gotta think. The only thing you have to think about is what card do I take out? Origin of Metal Bending, Cunning Maneuver, Sold Out, Iguana Parrot, Compassionate Healer, Earthbending Lesson, Platypus Bear, Zuko's Exile, North Pole Patrol, Tigadillo, Funky Swamp Spirit Keeper, Zuko Conflicted, Sabertooth, Moose Lion, and excuse me, other stuff. Pretty sure you are not worth nearly as much. Zuko is your holographic version. No, you are not. In fact, I'm pretty sure the holographic version was only $1.50. I love it every time we see him! Googly eyes! Daily Indoctrination, Forecasting, Fortune Teller, Sandbender Storm, Rumble Arena, Origin of Metal Bending, Battle Fan, Pretending Poxbear, Zhong, White Lotus Reinforcements, Energy Bending, Earthen Ally. What is that cost? We have a full art Momo. You're not worth that much. So for 7, one of each color, Earthbend 5. This creature gets 1+0 for each color among allies you control. Okay. And then Momo, but full art. $3.5. Flying. The first non-lemur creature spell of flying you cast during each of your turns costs 1 less to cast. Whenever another creature you control with flying enters, Momo gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Okay. Fire Nation Raider, Callous Inspector, Geyser Leaper, Rebaroo, Ostrich Horse, Cycle of Renewal, Messenger Hawk, Tolls of War, Armor's Demonstration, Seismic Sense, Heartless Act, The Jasmine Dragon Tea Shop, Holographic Tolls of War, Holographic Sunblast Peak. How much were you worth, Jasmine? This one we're blitzing through. We have all the knowledge now. Worst lightning bolt. Azula always lies. She'll tell you that that's a better card than lightning bolt, but it's not. She always lies. Waterbending lesson. Spider Kid, Turtle Duck, Yu-Gi-Oh! Archers, Outer Penguin. Boomy, King of Three Trial. That art is sick. I love it. Him eating a crystal. When he enters, choose up to X, where X is the number of lesson cards in your graveyard. 3/1+1+ counters on him. Costs 6, though. Target player scries 3 or Earthbend 3. I'm glad it's this art for them and not them in their beach attire. Slightly scarring to a child, that episode. At least that part of that episode. Rest of it, not so much, but... Lonely enters, search your library for a lesson or noble card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Noble creatures you control and lesson spells you control have a lifelink. Combustion Man, also sick art. Oh no! Whenever he attacks, destroy target permanent unless his controller has Combustion Man. What? It's 5 to cast. Destroy target permanent unless its controller has Combustion Man deal damage to them equal to his power. I mean, he is expensive to cast. Seems good, though. Okay. Gran! Whenever Gran becomes tapped, draw a card, then discard a card. Non-creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast as long as there are 3 or more lesson cards in your graveyard. Firebending... Oh, that's adorable. Are you randomly super expensive? You're not bad. $3.5. Prowess, Firebending X, where X is the creature's power. Allies at last. Affinity for allies. Spell costs 1 less to cast for each ally you control. This one he's the blue mask. Oh no, that's Katara and Zuko on her life-changing journey. Target creatures control each deal damage equal to their power to target creature and opponent controls. I don't think we've gotten any shrines. Unless I've super missed that these last couple packs. Very possible. Deadly Precision, Lost Days, Water Tribe Captain, Badger Mole, Yu-Gi-Oh! Archers, Cash Warriors, Bender Waterskin, Gather the White Lotus, Shared Roots, Nation Attacks, Airbending Ascension, or Bender Ascension. This enchantment enters, airbend up to 1 target creature. Whenever a creature you control enters, put a quest counter on this enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, if this enchantment has 4 more quest counters on it, exile up to 1 target creature you control. Return to the battlefield under your control. Aang's Iceberg. Shiny Plains. Is she? Airbender. Ascension. $2. And Aang's Iceberg. Nope. Yeah, you can barely see him in there. Like there, you can kind of see him on the camera. If I do that, you can't. A flash, when this enchantment enters, exile up to one other target non-land permanent until this enchantment leaves the battlefield. Waterbend 3. Sacrifice this enchantment. If you do, scry 2. Yeah, doesn't seem that good. Flavorful ability, but not good. Rabaru Troop. Captives, Fire Nation Raiders, Chaos Inspector. Lost Days, Vindictive Warden, Pretending Pox Bears, Glad. Ooh, that's new. Flagstaff. This equipment enters, airbend up to one target creature. Quick creature gets +1/+1, has flying. Pretty good. Another equipment, Trusty Boomerang. Quick creature has tap 1 and tap it. Tap target creature, return Trusty Boomerang to its owner's hand. It like stuns them and then you put it back. I like that. Fucking creepy art! Oh, they made it so much creepier in this art! Oh, God! Hello, my name is Juvdi. You are in Bon Sing Se now. Everyone is safe here.
There is no war in Ba Sing Se.
Survey 1, create a token that's a copy of this creature. There she is. And sacrifice an artifact or creature, activate only as a sorcery. Jet, Freedom Fighters, Waterbender Ascension, Full Art, and Ba Sing Se Shiny Land. Waterbender Ascension, $2. Creature you control deals combat damage to a player. Put a quest counter on this enchantment. Then if it has 4 or more quest counters on it, draw a card. Waterbending 4. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. $350 for shiny Ba Sing Se. Okay. This box so far pretty even steady. I don't think we've gotten anything over $5 yet, but hey. Inspector Gazaleaper, Rabaru Troop, Ostrich Horse, Refrano, Bears of Blasting Jelly, Cycle of Renewal, Earth Kingdom Protectors, Vanishing Engineer, Embrylin Production, Jaded Edge, and Toph the First Metal Bender. Another Miss Beifong. 350. Non-token artifact creatures you control are lands. Sorry, non-token artifacts you control are lands in addition to other types. They don't gain the ability to tap for mana. Beginning of your end step, Earthbend 2. Okay, so she can boost artifacts with earthbending, basically. That's cool. I like that. Fun deck could be built around her. guess who's back? Googly eyes! Hey, firebending! Sandbender Storm, Earthbending Lesson, Cunning Maneuver, Sold Out, Flexible Waterbender, Earth Village Ruffian, Zuko's Exile, Momo Playful Pet, Jet's Brainwashing, Katara Bending Prodigy, Unlucky! No, my cabbages! Unlucky Cabbage Merchant. When this creature enters, create a food token. Flavorful. Whenever you sacrifice a food, you may search your library for a basic land card and put it onto the battlefield tapped. Search your library this way. Put this creature on the bottom of its owner's library, then So he goes to the next town until you find him again. Ruin his cabbage thing. Goes to the... I like... Good flavor on this card. I like it a lot. Ooh, we got ourselves another legend. The Legend of Roku. Alright, $13 card. Got ourselves a big boy. Alright. Oh shit. I didn't look at I need to take him out so I can look at the transform part. Alright. So use a saga. Exile the top 3 cards of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play those cards, add 1 mana of any color, and then exile him and return to the battlefield. He's a 4/4. Firebending 4. And then for 8, create a 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying and firebending. It's his pet dragon. Fang, I believe is his name. Alrighty. Boop. Alrighty. First decently big hit. Yeah, that guy. You get him. From Roku. Mongoose Lizard. Pirate Peddlers. Flexible Waterbender. Path to Redemption. Saber-Tooth Moose Lion. Boomy Bash. Earth Village. Ruffians. Trusty Boomerang. Glider Staff. Jet. Allies at Last. And we have Katara. Water Tribe's Hope. Not worth it. Okay. Vigilance. She enters, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. Waterbend X. Creatures you control have base power and toughness XX until end of turn. X can't be 0. Only during your turn. Okay. Oh, I forgot. I got the full art of her already. Like, that sounds familiar. Because it is. I read it already. Yuyan Archers, Octopus Form. Realize I had a shiny Octopus Form here. Glider Kids, Turtle Duck, Bad Lightning Bolt, Earth Kingdom Soldier, Cat Owl, Combustion Man. Guru Patik. When he enters, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a Lesson, Saga, or Shrine card from among them. Put them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Cast a Lesson, Saga, or Shrine spell. Put a 1/1 counter on another target creature you control. Keep him. Ooh, Appa! Because I think he'll go good in the Iroh thing. Flying. Whenever Appa enters or attacks, choose 1 target creature you control gains flying until end of turn. Airbend another target non-land permanent you control. 6 though. That's a Fire Navy Trebuchet. Defender with reach. When you attack, create a 2/1 colorless construct artifact creature token with flying named Ballistic Boulder. That's tapped and attacking. Sacrifice the token at the beginning of your next end step. I like how they got around the it's a defender, but not. Ooh, I like this lesson. Shiny Master Paku. Another banger! $15 card. I like how this thing was like lo-fi beats for 10 hours, but it's been the same goddamn song the entire time. I'm going to change that because it's getting on my nerves. Was that the same one that I listened to initially? Yeah, okay. There we go, the next one.
Please sit.
Okay, I can't I'm trying to find ones that aren't like directly Avatar music. It's the same thing. Okay, we'll do this. Alright. Additional cost. Back here. Additional cost to cast the spell, pay 5 life or pay 2. Change the target of target spell or ability with a single target. That's pretty good. If I want to use that, but then a second. This one might pay for itself as a death by 1,000 cuts instead of 2 or like 4 right hooks to the face for the knockout blow. The last one was. Time maneuver, sold out, iguana parrot, compassionate healer, earthbending lesson, messenger hawk, to start right. Epic downfall, bitter work, boomerang basics. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If you control that permanent, to draw a card. That's cool. Team Avatar. Momo friendly flyer. Was that Momo normally? No. We are blitzing through this a lot quicker than the last box. Rough Rhino Cavalry, Corrupt Court Official, First Time Flyer, Air Bending, Lesson, Pillar Launch, Army Musicians, Kyoshi Warriors, Invasion Reinforcements, Twin Blades, True Ancestry, Leader's Conviction, Ba Sing Se, Normal, Creepy Judy, normal Ba Sing Se, I think was still worth a pretty penny. Yep, it was $4. shiny and non-shiny. Beetle-headed merchant, octopus form. From aminos, raucous audience, porcupine, cat owl, underwater skin, guru patik, appa, Nation Tribute, secret tunnel! This land can't be blocked. Again, I love how these lands have like creature stuff on them because they can be. 4, tap it. 2 target creatures you control that share creature type camp, and there's the cave as well. Yeah. Oops. All right. We get the next couple of lines, but then it goes secret tunnel, secret tunnel. Worth a little bit. 280. Ron and Shaw, the last 2 dragons. Nope, nothing. Flying Firebending 2, when Ron and Shaw enter, if you cast them and there are 3 or more dragon and or lesser cards in your graveyard, create a token as a copy of Ron and Shaw, except it's not legendary. Dragons you can call, get +3 or +2/+0 until end of turn. I was looking at the cost. Thing that I don't know. I'm gonna look at it. Does MTG have God packs? Seems like it. Okay, there are God packs in Magic. I didn't know. I have never gotten one before. But Airbending Lesson. Badgermole, Where's Your Kid? Your Disciple, Deadly Precision, First Time Flyer, Platypus Bear, Vindictive Warden, Allies at Last, Price of Freedom. Destroy target artifact or land an opponent controls. Its controller may search the library for a basic land card, put onto the battlefield, taps, and then shuffle. Draw a card. Waterbending Scroll. 6 and tap. Draw a card. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each island you control. Enter the avatar state. And then we have a My Scornful Striker. Oop. I forget how much she costed. A good chunk. $4.50. Halfish way. Oh, no token. I need proxy. Corrupt Court Official. Flyer. Airbending Lesson. Pillar Launch. Fire Nation Cadet. Merchant of Many Hats. Aang's Journey. Long Fang. Buzzardwasp Colony. Serpent of the Pass. Airbender's Reversal. You know what? I saw this before. Full Art Legend of Kyoshi. $15. Nice. There she is. Woo. All right. So far, Death by a Thousand Cuts is still holding strong. Still holding strong. Bear. The one animal in Avatar that's just one animal. Daily indoctrination, octopus form. Lighter kids, turtle duck, bad lightning bolt, beetle-headed merchants, vindictive warden, unlucky cabbage merchant once again. We have a shrine finally, Northern Air Temple. Enters each opponent loses X life, and you gain X life, where X is the number of shrines you control. And then when another shrine enters, each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. Fancy footwork. Oh, the dance! Yay! Isn't something you think about. It's a form of self-expression that no one can ever take away from you. Untap 1 or 2 target creatures. They each gain +2/+2 until end of turn. Wartime protesters. Oh, you are... Okay. Shiny Badger Mole. It could have been Shiny Badger Mole Cub. We would have been, sitting our pants. Alright, wartime protesters. Not worth anything. And we have normal Waterbender Ascension. Yeah, you're only 50 cents. And then normal Waterbender Ascension is not a buck. Less than a buck. Okay. Haste. Whenever another ally creature you control enters, put a 1/1 counter on that creature, and it gains haste until end of turn. Lots of ally stuff in this set for sure. Okay. In this box, Compassionate Healer, Origin of Metal Bending, Mongoose Lizard, Foggy, Swamp Hunters, Iguana Parrot, Kyoshi Battlefan. Uh-oh! Not that much. Not as much as the Zuko one. But, 250. Good moment in the show, too. Fancy footwork. Northern Air Temple, once again. Air Nomad Legacy. When this champ enters, create a clue token. Creatures you control flying, get Wumpus. The boulder! Scratch my throat. The boulder is ready to rumble. I don't know why that really got to my throat. That was weird. Hold on. Guess it was too bassy. Excuse me. The boulder is... Yeah, that... Once I get to the and boulder doing this voice... Something in my throat doesn't like that. The boulder's gonna win this in a landslide. Remember, the boulder attacks Earthbend X, where X is the number of creatures you control with power 4 or greater. What were you again? $9. Okay. Getting close. Getting close. We got what? 2. This would be 9 packs. Excuse me. Foggy Swamp Hunter, Watery Grasp, Zhongzhong's Deserters, Walltop Sentries, Firebending Lesson, Merchant of Many Hats, Abandoned Attachments, Creepy Judy, Enter the Avstar State, Price of Freedom, Waterbending Scroll. Alright, put that there. We got Azula Cunning Usurper. Nothing. Okay. Firebending 2. When Azula enters, target opponent exiles a non-token creature they control. Then they exile a non-land card from their graveyard. During your turn, you may cast cards exiled with Azula, and you may cast them as though they had flash. Mana of any type can be... Not bad, although she's 5 to cast. Okay. Steelhead Merchant, Waterbending Lesson. Curious Farm Animals, Rocky Rebuke, Treetop, Freedom Fighters, Azula Always Lies, Earth Rumble Wrestlers, Benevolent River Spirit. Excuse me, that's the spirit that Katara was pretending to be. There's an additional cost to cast a spell, Waterbend 5. Flying Ward 2, when this creature becomes a target of spell ability. Yep, this creature enters, scry 2, so it's basically 7 to cast, technically. Dragonfly Swarm. Flying Ward 1. This creature's power and toughness is equal to the number of non-creature non-land cards in your graveyard. When it dies, if there's a lesson card in your graveyard, draw a card. Toph the Blind Bandit. When she enters, Earthbend 2. And her power is equal to the number of Wumbus counters on lands you control. Tundra Tank. Firebending 1. When this vehicle enters, target creature you control gains indestructible until end of turn. Through 1. Fire Nation Palace. $2.5. Enters enlistment of this land. Add 1, and then tap 1 red, 1 colorless, and tap it. Target creature you control against Firebending 4. That's not bad at all. Alright. Mongoose Lizard, Bear Peddlers, Flexible Waterbender, Sabertooth, Moose Lion, Boomy Bash, Platypus Bear, Barney Musicians, Invasion Tactics, Hama, Solstice Revelations. Exile cards on top of your library until you exile a non-land card. Cast a card with a paying its mana cost if the spell's mana value is less than the number of mountains you control. Now cast that card this way, put it into your hand. Flashback 7. That again goes here. Wolfbat. Abandoned Air Temple. Probably of a similar value to the Fire Nation Castle. Yep. 20 cents off. 30. Tap 3, and a white and it. Put a 1+1 on each creature you control. That's a lot. getting close, getting close. The last 6 packs. Give us something good. Fire Nation Cadet, Snap, Snare, Trap, Giant Koi. Yip Yip! Foggy Swamp Vinebender, Zuko's Exile, Box Bears, Hermetic, Herbalist, Zuko Exiled Prince, Super Kyoshi Warrior, Fatal Fissure, South Pole Voyager, okay, Random Dude, okay, on this creature, excuse me, this creature or another ally you control enters, you gain 1 life. This is the second time this ability resolves its turn, draw a card. Easier on me. X there. Box over there. Alright. We're in the end game now. Canyon Crawler, Rowdy Snowballers, Razor Rings, Rocky Rebuke, Treetop Fiend Fighters, Earth Rumble Wrestlers, Barrels of Blasting Jelly, Dragonfly Swarm, Toph the Blind Bandit, Benevolent River Spirit, Tundra Tank, Iroh the Tea Master, and a shiny Last Agni Kai. $2. Wait. I don't think they have the holographic version of this card. It says the normal one's $230, but oh, the shiny version of this is cool. Iroh Tea Master. $0.80. Our enters create a food token. Beginning of combat on your turn, you may have target opponent gain control of target permanent you control. When you do, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. Put a 1/1 counter on that token for each permanent you own that your opponents control. Group Hug deck! Maybe. Maybe do a Group Hug deck. I don't know. We shall see. Alright, Water Tribe Captain, Pillar Launch, Fire Nation Cadets, Giant Koi, yip yip! Foggy Swamp Firebender, Aang's Journey, Boomy! Love that art still. Lo and Lee Twin Tutors, Grand Sandbender Scavengers. Okay, we got another Mythic as well. Look at the Sandbenders first. That's 50 cents. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. This creature dies, you may exile it. When you do, return target creature card with mana value less than or equal to this creature's power from your graveyard to the battlefield. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Alright, United Front. $4. X into white. X 1/1 white ally creature tokens and put 1/1 counter on each creature you control. It's not bad. In the like, if you build an ally deck with this set, be pretty good. Waterbending lesson. Curious farm animals. Rocky rebuke. Three-star freedom fighters. Azula always lies. Rowdy snowballer. Cycle of renewal. Air nomad. Legacy. The boulder. Ty Lee. Artful acrobat. Prowess. If you attack, you may pay 1 when you do. Target creature can't block this turn. Aang, the last airbender. This one's only white. I like that. We got that one. We have end of book 1, end of book 2. Then I'm sure Avatar. I think it's like just. Let's see. Aang. Yeah, there's Avatar Aang. He's $11. His full art looks really sick. He's a transform one too. I want to see what his. Ah, the back of his full art looks stupid. Actual art for the full art looks cool. He enters airbend up to. Weird. The monitor here blipped out for a second. When Aang enters, airbend up to 1 other target non-land permanent. Exile whenever you cast a lesson spell, Aang gains lifelink until end of turn. Earthbender Ascension. Hollow Bad Lightning Bolt. Hollow Amashu City. This one was. Second to last pack. We have a lot of math to do. Swamp Snare Trap, Giant Koi, yep! Boggy Swamp Vinebender, Deserter's Disciple, Messenger Hawk, Howd Starter Rat, the Sun Warrior, Sparring Dummy, Ozai's Cruelty, Destined Confrontation, Obsessive Pursuit. There. That was that last one. This enchantment enters at the end of and at the beginning of your up when this enchantment enters and at the beginning of your upkeep, lose 1 life and create a clue token. Whenever you attack, put X Wumpus Wumpus counters on target attacking creature where X is the number of permanents you sacrifice this turn. If X is 3 or greater, that creature gains lifelink until end of turn. We want a big pull. We want a big pull. We want a big pull! I'll take another Badger Mole Pup. That was nice. It's a clue. Path to Redemption. All top sentries, Boomy Bash, Pirate Peddlers, Watery Grasp, Version of Many Hats, Aang's Journey, Tio Spirited Glider, Ty Lee, Aang the Last Airbender, Diligent Zookeeper. The Fire Nation Drill as well. I doubt any of those are worth a stupid amount, but hey. A double. Fire wrong. You're not anything. Nope. Alright. Can't have monstro stuff like that last one. Each non-human creature you control gets 1+1+ for each of its creature types to a maximum of 10. That's kind of cool. There's an artifact vehicle, Trample. When the Fire Nation drill enters, you may tap it. When you do, destroy target creature with power 4 or less. Through 2. 1 permanents your opponent's control lose hexproof and... That's pretty cool. Alright. We have some maths to do. See if we got even close for this box. Secret tunnel. Okay. Let's go through small boys first. Ang. So Savior was 650. Mo, friendly flyer. $350. Now, did I have a... all the ascensions, just so I'm not crazy. Nope, shouldn't be there. Okay. Waterbender Ascension. $2. I'm going to just overestimate this and say $2. Firebending. Student. $350. Oh shit. We're good. I had 2 bossing says, right? I have more rares here. I was like putting aside for stuff I want to use. Let's grab those. Duplicates out of the way because I have 2 of those planetariums, and 2 bossing says. Bossing say was $4, so $8. Sanitarium. 9, so 18. Right. Did I get 2 secret tunnels? I'm gonna assume that's copyrighted. uh. Nagi Bucks. UA 350. Miss Beifong. 350. Fire Nation Palace. There's. I can't read. 250. Abandoned Air Temple. City. Secret tunnel. Bucks. There. You. My Marvel Striker, she was 450. And still 250. Last Agni Kai 250. United Front. $4. Put that there. All right, and the big boys that we got get us over the hump. Legend of Roku 13. We got Legend of Kyoshi. Full art for 15. And a Redirect Lightning. $4.15. We did not get there. Not far off, but we are at about 115. Because I overestimated a couple of the cards just to make the math easier. But out of like I think 160 was the box price. But factor in some of the other cards. You factor in the overkill of the other box, and I feel like I essentially evened out amongst the two boxes. But one of them was clearly better than the other. Holy crap. Let's organize a few things here real quick. Get all these sorted through. All the lands together. And we'll show off the big pulls. We can call it a night. And keep these two together. This pile is huge. This is all the shrines and... Well, actually, hold on. Here's all the shrines we got, and here's all the lessons we got. A little bit of a difference. And let's put all these there. These are my extra rares. All right. So, our biggest boy pulls. Were Redirect Lighting, Full Art Legend of Kyoshi, The Legend of Roku, second most expensive card, Wan Chi, the Wall of Bang Sing Se, our most expensive card, Badger Mole Cub, and the Full Art Heroic Intervention still. Alright. I think so far... What are these? Magic the Gathering. Is it? What the fuck is it called? These new things? Universes Beyond. Universes Beyond. That is not updated. Upcoming sets for Universes Beyond. And some Magic Games 26. So they have Marvel Superheroes, The Hobbit, Star Trek, and another to-be-announced set. Which is kind of crazy, because there's more Universe Beyond sets than there are normal Magic sets coming out right now. Because unfortunately, they make more money than the normal Magic sets. Well, that should have been announced. Upcoming, they said it was going to be announced in October 10th, 2025, which... that happened already. Now! Things that I would probably buy in the future. At some point I might just do more Magic cards for funsies. they do a chorus set for Avatar. Getting that. If they do Zelda, dump my wallet. I mean, right here, the mat says it all. Yeah, frame one, pre-purchasing like $3, maybe more. We'll see. There's a couple of different things that have gotten posted or advertised to me on Facebook. That's a lot of like it's like alt art stuff, like fake magic cards that people make. That's like alt art, but just with other fictions and stuff, which has been tempting, but I haven't gotten those yet. But for now, I think we can call this stream and recording a do. So for YouTube, thank you for sticking around if you did. First box was fucking awesome. Second box was good. But imagine if I would have flip-flopped those boxes. Alright. YouTube, thank you for hanging out if you've watched. We'll see you next video. Bye-bye. I missed the button.